Assassin's Creed Valhalla last played January 5th. It is currently January 25th. Oh. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a while. I guess because I did like a couple streams like very shortly after the new year, like a couple ones back to back. And then oh, let me unplug the PlayStation controller so that it just acknowledges the Xbox controller that I was just playing Metroid Prime with. Um, yep, because it was just giving me a tooltip about like the PlayStation controller. Playtime 13.9 hours. It says. Yep, Ubisoft Connect. I give you permission to make changes to my device. But yeah, anybody tuning in as part of the Assassin's Creed series now, welcome on into JanLAN 2025. Wow, I only had to say yes once to Ubisoft Connect for once. Usually it's a whole lot more times than that. Oh, it's opening on that monitor over there. I'm gonna move it over to this monitor in a second. Yeah, so it's been 20 days since the last time I played this game because shortly after that I was trying to like finish up some other things before like before trip ended up happening. Who's my mad lad arriving here and traveling around? So for the past couple weeks I've just been doing a whole bunch of traveling around and stuff. So I haven't really been streaming for the past couple weeks. And there was other stuff that I wanted to finish before that point. So the game captured to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And then it should show up in a second here. There we go. I'm gonna need to change the display so I'm not looking over there so I can look forward. Last time I was at this venue, I was wrapping up Assassin's Creed Odyssey with Those Who Are Treasured, or whatever it's called, and I was on the corner by the door over yonder way. But this time, got here early enough to snag my favorite spot in the whole venue. This is my favorite spot in the venue. I can let me just change this over. Alt tab off. I can show with the camera here. So where I'm at, I can turn the camera like that. So over there in that corner is where I was at HalloLAN, like right in the corner by the door. There's the kitchen area over there. It is currently 9:30 a.m. local time, day 2 of JanLAN 2025. So like the main dedicated day where all this stuff is going. Whoops. Oh, it like shot my mouse back over there. No, off of there. But this is my favorite spot in the venue for several reasons. One, I'm kind of far from the door, so I don't get a cold draft coming in like I experienced with HalloLAN a little bit. 2, I'm far from the projector, so I don't have to worry about like the sound of that all that much, which is something that I shared with like the other spot. But especially so is I like to be far from the projector, but I don't like to be on that side over there with like my back against the wall. Because one, I like to have the background right behind me showcasing like the venue and what's all here. And 2, I find it really awkward to be streaming and being loud when I know there's someone like sleeping right behind me. And I find it like really, really awkward and weird feeling when someone is like in the camera shot sleeping behind me. Like it doesn't feel right, you know? So I don't really like that. Projectors for like movies, and sometimes they do games there. Like at HalloLAN, they did a Dr. Mario tournament. I don't know if they events on the projector this time, but they usually like continue to play like it looks like it's Happy Feet that's playing now. It took me a moment to see what that was. I haven't seen it in a long time, but that looks like Happy Feet to me. Happy Feet. Wombo combo. That ain't Falco. Where the heck? So yeah, they they play a lot of different movies. I remember at HalloLAN, one of the ones that they played was Spaceballs. They play a lot of different movies. Screen, active monitor. All 3 of these are Asus monitors, so it doesn't really narrow it down. It's gotta be this one, right? If I apply. Yeah, now it's in front of me. Hell yeah. Just same here. I just kind of saw it and I was like, oh, I know what movie that is. I can turn down the game sound a little bit. Yeah, same. Same here. Oh my god, that is loud. Turn down game. Jeez. So, yeah. We started the event with a little bit of Metroid Prime Federation Force that we're doing as a 2-player playthrough. Oh yeah, my RGB Viking. Hell yeah. Started doing that, and then we played some Tekken 8 for a while, and then we ended up finishing the Final Fantasy 16 playthrough, luckily without the awful terribleness of of what happened at HalloLAN this time. I have been experiencing some of the same issues as at HalloLAN, but I think they're sorted out now, so hopefully the curse of HalloLAN doesn't continue. And then slept for a few hours, played a little bit more Metroid Prime Federation Force, and now I'm playing stuff on my own while he's getting a bit of a power nap, catching up on a little bit of rest. So I'm here to just playing a game on my own, but this is going to be an event of playing mostly multiplayer games, is what it's going to be. But when I have off time, I'll probably be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because I don't know what the hell else I'm playing. Unless I decide to play Journey sometime later. I mean to do that. I was thinking about doing that at HoloLAN, but after the Curse of HoloLAN happened, I didn't really have the time. And considering this is the mostly multiplayer-based LAN event here, I might end up doing, like, Journey at, like, I don't know, MegaLAN or something like that in May. May well do. Needs to play Morbius. It's Morbin time. Yeah, that's what we should have up on the projector over there. While it has been a hot second since playing this game, I did actually look into more about it. So I thought for a long time that, like, these skills here were, like, all the skills that I could get in the game, but later found out that there was, like, abilities that I could get around the world. And part of me was like, should I keep them a secret, or should I spoil myself to them? And I decided to spoil myself to them to see what there was. And turns out, one of the abilities is, I think it's called the Kick of Tyr. I might need to look up where it is, which is literally the kick from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which means I can reassign that, get my kick back, and then use, like, my sound effect auto hotkey script that I was using before, and replicate it the same way that I had during the Assassin's Creed Odyssey playthrough. I was like, oh my god, I gotta do that. So, maybe that's what I'll start out this stream doing? I was thinking about just doing, like, the next story mission, but, like, I don't know. Let's alt tab off. Where's this Kick of Tyr? Because I want it. Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, all ability locations. Like, if it's not too inconvenient. Abilities and Book of Knowledge locations, IGN. Let's see here. And then I have just Control F for Kick of Tyr. Let's see here. If I click on that, check out the Kick of Tyr main page for more details. Okay, yeah, that's the one that I want. Let's see here. Melee. Will it show on the map where it is? Sure doesn't look like. Find and collect a Book of Knowledge to acquire this ability. Find and collect a second Book of Knowledge to upgrade the ability. It does not matter which book you collect first. Book of Knowledge location 1 threaded past Irvikshire. Irvikshire. I don't see that anywhere. Oh, Irvikshire. Here, in Threaded Pass. So I can probably just, like, take my ship and sail north, right? That's what I can do here. There's a building where the Book of Knowledge marker is near. If you head inside and then downstairs, you'll come across a locked door. Head inside and use Odin's Sight to find Kier nearby. It's on top of a tower that you can't climb to, and still need a zip line over from a different tower. So it's in a place called Threaded Pass. Over here somewhere. Like, the suggested power, 250. Like, I mean, I'm under leveled no matter where I go. But, like, whoops. But, like, I'd be especially under leveled there. But, like, if I can unlock the, Man, can I just remove all? Not remove individual ones? But if I can unlock the kick, that is going to make this playthrough monumentally more fun for the entire rest of it. So I kind of want to do it. Fizroda's back, heck yeah, baby. I just have to go on a bit of an adventure for it, is all I gotta do. So bear with me here. I don't know if it launches enemies, like, as good as an Odyssey. I just saw that, like, there was a kick that launches foes. I was like, oh my god, I need this thing back. That was literally my favorite attack in the whole Odyssey playthrough. Probably my favorite thing to do in general in the Odyssey playthrough. The guy is so much fun doing that. It better be better. Yeah, hopefully. I'm going to the wrong side of the ship. Launch them even further. I'd be hyped for that. Okay, so that. It looks like I can take this route here. So, yeah, go ahead and open sail. That's what we'll do. In the meantime, while we're going from point A to point B, Snottinghamshire, new territory discovered. I can talk a little bit about the trip so far. Really, really funny thing about this trip with the Guzma Mad Lad is he came here to experience winter. He came during Fragapalooza 2023, so about a year and a half ago. It's during the summertime. And this time came during winter to experience a little bit of snow, so that's not really something that would be happening down in New Orleans. Except it did. About 4 or 5 days ago, for the first time in 15 years there. Snow on the ground in New Orleans. I mean, I'm sure most of it is melted by now. But I think that that's really, really funny and ironic. So, you know, he got lots of snow here. But, yeah. There was snow at home. Could have experienced it there. Hey, look, snow in game. So yeah, it doesn't snow in New Orleans. Way too southern, very hot and humid climate. Even Texas and right next to it got snow as well. What was the case? What the heck is this? I guess it's just like a mission there. So I can go left here. Should I get some of these viewpoints as I go? Oh, a new fast travel point's been added to the world map. Ooh, I have the harbor right here. Nice. That'll help me out. But yeah, he arrived during a warm spell. I think I have a different city, fair enough. He arrived right during a warm spell, though. So, like, on arrival, it was... You hear me talking about you over there. It was warmer here than it was in New Orleans because of the warm spell that was going on here at the time. So I was like, oh man, he's gonna arrive and think that we're lying about the cold weather. So I figured you'd think. So there was that. We put him to work shoveling snow, so he'd get that experience. Let's see here. Oh, I guess I did default on the map. I just thought I hit like the wrong button there. Hit the left one instead of the right one. Yeah, keep on going this way. Guess I don't really need the viewpoints if I'm getting the harbors anyway. Get the viewpoints another time. Quite pretty game. It's 9:47, so pancake breakfast is gonna be in about 45-ish minutes. Would be the case. Okay. Okay. If you want to try actually sleeping on like my chair stool setup, I can sit on that chair and like. Okay. I don't care what I stream in. I've streamed standing up before at Fragapalooza last year. After my little cousin, I found when I woke up in the morning and like came into the venue for my car, he was asleep in my chair. So I just started streaming standing up. So like, I stream in all sorts of ways.
That's fine.
So it's whatever. But yeah, thinking Montreal, Vancouver, thought you were talking about Canadian things. Nope. Talk about where that Guzma mad lad is from, of New Orleans. Came here to experience winter, and then it was a winter at home for like the first time there. All right, well, this is gonna wake up RJ too. That's what's gonna happen. So, hold on. If I go to only camera setup here, and then if I can just like turn the camera over to see, will it be able to see? So, my other monitor's in the way. I can pick up my camera. So there's Guzma on the right. And there's my little cousin sleeping on the beanbag chair right next to him. Gonna be right next to one another. There's Guzma conking out. And if that alarm goes off, it's gonna wake the both of them. Okay. We'll see here what it ends up being. Alright. Away we go. So yeah, he arrived during a warm spell. We put him to work shoveling snow. Because it was a warm spell right when he got here, we thought like that's the time to do like ice fishing. So like the day after he got here, we headed out to our lake cabin, him, I, and my dad. And the following day, we headed out to like a lake kind of adjacent to the one that our lake cabin is on. Is that camera centered? Should I adjust it a little bit better? I can move it like here, and then nah, a little bit better this way. You make it as loud as possible. Some people's alarms in here have been pretty loud, to be fair. Didn't catch anything, but like still got to share the experience of ice fishing. We don't have an electric or motorized ice auger. We only have like a manual hand crank ice auger. So you know, definitely put him to work cranking that thing to drill through the ice to make holes. Yeah, chilled out there for a little while. Tried to fish. We did some tobogganing, a little bit of sledding there, and oh, something's being dumped over there. They're getting stuff ready. It sounds like. You can turn the venue cam to show the kitchen area where they're doing stuff. But yeah, and I just borrowed some toboggans from my uncle that had ones of my little cousins. So, you know, they have like my little cousin's names written on them and stuff. So borrowing some kiddo sleds here that still work just fine, and did a little bit of that around like that lake and around our lake as well. Did a smidge of that. Him and my dad went quadding a little bit through the snow. We played a little bit of video games out there. Like I got my first experience with Tekken 8. This looks like that fort that I raided, and I got what's her face to like find out where what's his face was. That's what this very much looks like the shore of. So yeah, we did that. after we did some cooking out there with him trying like some of his fancy schmancy recipes. Yeah, I'll go around here, I think. So that was cool. Came back to the city. Then, what were we doing in the city for a while? We went and did snow tubing. So we were initially going to go skiing, and as I was looking at like the different things that you could do at like different ski resorts, I saw that one had an option of snow tubing, and that's the kind of thing that you can just hop on and do. Like you don't need to practice and learn how to do it like with skiing. So we ended up going snow tubing. That's what we ended up doing. I know you had a whole bunch of fun with the snow tubing. Oh jeez. So we did a
Valhalla.
So we did a bit of snow tubing there, was the case. I can turn the camera here now. So I can do, like, that's the wrong way. I can do like that. So I can do here.
Hey, anybody looking for coffee here? Trying to get the jug to make the first spot. So come on up. We've got some special.
Okie doke. Guess he's gonna go get coffee. I don't drink coffee, so like, I will not. Let's see here. But yeah, so we went snow tubing. Gave up sleeping. Apparently, he says that the floor is pretty dusty and it's like messing with his nose and he's struggling to sleep. Apparently. Let's see here. He asked if he could sleep in my car and I was like, you're gonna freeze if you do that. Speaking of freezing, during the snow tubing, I feel like the prolonged cold made him a little, felt almost high on cold, was the case. Got a little bit goofy, was definitely the case. So he was down to just keep on snow tubing, like, over and over and over again, but eventually, like, I would keep on asking, checking in with him, like, how are your feet feeling? And he would say that he couldn't feel them with the cold. I was like, we're taking a break. We're going into the lodge. We're taking a break. So, stuff like that. But he definitely had a lot of fun with that. We ended up doing that and going to an ice festival, along with him and my younger little cousin. So, we did a few things at the ice festival. We went down an ice slide. Checked out some of the different small performances that were going on there. It was my first time being to this ice festival, and that was the weekend where it was like actually stupid cold, so we got to experience real winter of like minus 20 to 25 as opposed to like minus 2 or something like that when he arrived, where it was like super warm. It was like snowball weather when he arrived, but he got to experience like the snow tubing and the ice festival and actual stupid cold. You know, I sleep on the ground last night. I sleep on this chair. That's what I do. So this chair actually lays back to almost flat. I just do this. I sleep like this. But when I did this at, I believe it was JanLAN last year, JanLAN 2024, I found it to be a really difficult way to sleep. For one, I can't really turn left and right. I'm kind of locked like this, but that's a pretty minor thing. The bigger thing is just that my knees are bent 90 degrees because I'm still on a chair, is the case. So that's difficult there. So I start bringing my stool. So I got this stool with like my keyboard, like my electric keyboard that I play music on. So I just bring it to LAN events now to put my legs up on to basically extend my chair into a bed. And it actually works great. I actually sleep really well on this. Well, relatively speaking, for really well. Went to sleep at like 4 in the morning last night. Don't know when I actually fell asleep. And then woke up at 8 this morning, so I've been up for about 2 hours. So I'd say I got a good sleep relative to a LAN party. Or at least my standard of LAN parties. Like, there's still people snoring away in here that are getting a better sleep than I did. But, you know, relatively speaking, got a coffee there. As for him,
I think he was struggling with sleeping too.
Oh.
He was super loud over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
But for him, we got an air mattress set up that I blew up and put over there, along with the sleeping bag that he was resting on. But apparently the ground's a little bit dusty and not all that great, so for
My
like...
nose started itching. Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, and I'm getting
Oh, jeez. Well, for this next night, we can switcheroo if you want, because I think the chair setup actually works pretty well.
Got allergies?
I
Sinuses?
don't know, I might. But, you know, I'm a lot more tempered to LAN event craziness, so like, I've hardened my body for the conditions and stuff
Just
here.
the dust and
I don't know.
I don't know.
My camera down a little bit here.
I feel a little bit rested.
Didn't bother him last night though. It did. A new fast travel point's been added here. Nice. I'm going to go try and unlock a kick. The kick that apparently the kick from Odyssey is basically in this game after all, but I have to like go and get the ability. So I'm setting out on a journey to figure out how my legs
Journey.
work. So
E.
I need to go on an emotional journey of
Got your
great
own
proportions
crew.
to
It's like
learn
Black
how to.
Flag all over again.
Yeah, I'd say that Odyssey is kind of like Black Flag all over again. This one is a little bit different. There's not really ship combat, but you can execute Viking raids where like you know, storms in place, everyone hops off the ship and you raid it.
Can you actually crash into the boat? Can you actually crash into the bridge?
I don't think anything would happen if I do. And like the mast goes down to make sure that that doesn't hit the bridge, which is kind of cool there. So yeah, we ended up doing that. We went to Jasper shortly after, and Jasper's in a bit of a sorry state right now because so much of it burned this past summer. So about a third of the town is gone, and like so much of the nearby forests are just like destroyed. It's so it was a little bit of a sad sight there. A lot of the businesses there seemed like really grateful to be getting like any business there. Wow, actual gameplay in the year whenever this game came out. This game came out 2020, I want to say, I think. Yeah, Jasper is one of Jasper and Banff are probably the most famous like touristy places of Alberta.
Who's that snow?
I would say.
I like how it just
Yeah.
goes from like
Yeah, we're playing Minecraft.
fall to snow. Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. That's what we're doing here.
3D Minecraft.
Okay, so it's over here somewhere. That looks like a viewpoint there, so I may as well get it really quickly.
Realistic Minecraft.
Yeah. Haven't heard of it? Can look it up here. It's typically a really nice place. And there was still a lot of it that was really nice. But yeah, they're definitely very, very focused on rebuilding, regrowing, and all that. Because this past year was really, really devastating. Like, Jasper got a lot of fire damage this year. People that were living in Jasper were evacuated. A lot of them to Edmonton. I think a lot of them went to Grand Prairie. Was also the case. And there's orbs all over my top thing, or Bob there.
Orbs.
Jorvik. Up I go. Hopefully
So
no one
to
wants to
the
kill
lights-
me.
what's the lights
They don't.
turn on?
The lights turn on 1 p.m. tomorrow. When we're core challenge completed. Yeah,
I guess
they'll-
it's for people who listen to it.
no, it's just for like gaming and stuff. I remember asking about that during one of these previous MegaFPS events, and they were like, yeah, they just don't come on until we're done. When the lights come on, that's the sign that it's time to start packing up. is what happens to the lights there. But yeah, I did a few fun things in Jasper.
Oh gosh. I should not have laid down my nose. It's not stuffed again.
Oh no.
It's that tired.
There we go. The
I'm up,
viewpoint
my
here.
nose is stuffy.
You have anything that like can help with that potentially?
Back at the house.
Oh. Well, if my mom is bringing like some stuff for the potluck, I can ask her to bring it later if that would help.
It's in my suitcase.
Okay.
A small blue suitcase. It's in
Well,
the zipper.
well, if you don't mind her digging through your stuff and seeing all your illegal drugs
Sure.
and your I don't know what else would be in there. The Xenoblade Chronicles do Zeke body pillow that's surely in there.
Couple more of these maybe.
So
Bigger size.
yeah, the 3D printed dicks that have been passed around here.
Yeah.
So it's over here somewhere. Jeebus.
That scared me.
I may as well get this on the way
I
here.
guess it was not that loud.
But yeah, it can't be as bad as Cali right now. I don't think so. Like, Jasper was really devastating, but like, California has been really crazy as well. Yeah, up there. Yeah, from what I've seen, I think California is probably worse, but I would have to do like a side-by-side kind of comparison there, but yeah. Jasper, about a third of the town is gone. Luckily, none of the essentials were gone. So like things like postal office, fire services, police, visitor center, all that kind of stuff is still intact. So,
Oh, it's so pretty.
you know, got lucky in that sense. Yeah, I do quite like the graphics of this game. Down, Eivor. Darn you.
Ivor is his name?
Yep. I was pronouncing it like Ivor at first, but I was doing it wrong. So
Ivor from Minecraft Story Mode.
Is that one the name of one of the characters there?
Yes, Ivor.
No, that's
He
what we
like-
should play in this
He
event.
likes to stream, haha, adventure.
I should figure out how to play Minecraft Story Mode, and we play that at JanLAN here. But yeah, we did a stargazing tour, like when it was pretty stupid cold, so we were freezing a decent bit, and I was quite surprised that despite us being the only ones that had it booked, they still like did it for us. So it was just north of Jasper Park Lodge, north of like the north side of a lake on the north side of Jasper Park Lodge, Lake and Net there, it's called. And so we set out during the nighttime and looked up at the sky and looked through the telescopes and stuff. And it was basically like a private tour there since we were the only ones. And
It was so nice.
and I was surprised that they didn't cancel it because like that can't be very profitable when there's only like a couple people. But they said they always do it as long as someone books, even if it's like a single person tour, which is really cool of them.
Oh, it tastes nasty.
And
I don't usually like to drink coffee, but I really need to like get up.
they had the wake up call. There's the cookies over there with caffeine in them too. If you wanted caffeine
many are
cookies,
there?
I don't know. There was a
I think
decent
they're
bit left.
out.
There was a decent bit left yesterday. I haven't checked yet today.
Probably out.
Maybe. It might well be.
It tastes nasty.
But yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it definitely is a huge part of San Francisco. Like, that's engulfed by fire there, or Cali, I mean, or... I might be a little bit lost here,
I've
actually.
heard that as the minister.
That's what I thought at first, too. But yeah, that was really cool. Those guys were really cool. They were like, hey, you're our first customers of the year, and we greatly appreciate that. So when... Oh, lighting being a little bit weird, because it's a Ubisoft game. So when we do, like, our Dark Sky Festival later in the year in October, if you guys want to come, you can just come for free. So, like, they seemed really nice and, like, truly passionate about, like, sharing what they're passionate about there, which is really cool. And that was really nice. Oh, I can go up this way. Whee! Well, I can do. But yeah.
Actually, I wonder if
Yeah,
someone
I mean-
ever actually wanted to cancel it.
Cancel what?
The stargazing. If it was
Oh.
too cold and someone wanted to cancel it and wanted a refund, they would come back.
I'm sure they would. And I mean, they did say on the website, like, if it's minus 20 or lower, we reserve the right to potentially cancel it. And I was worried that it might get canceled because it was colder than minus 20 when we went out there. Was definitely the
still
case.
got it.
Nope, it still went on, but it was definitely pretty cold. Like, minus...
Yeah, I think the final ultimatum was
Yeah,
he's still out there.
I guess so. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Really cool there. But yeah, something like minus 20 / a little bit lower than minus 20 is one thing. But then the temperature is another thing when you're standing still, looking through telescopes and not doing something like walking, hiking, doing something with movement. That helps warm you up a little bit. So standing relatively still in that cold, like, whew, it gets a little bit chilly. So what am I looking for here?
You probably look back at the stream, you'll see me making a bunch of weird faces. It's the coffee.
Let's see here. And yeah, when I click off the game, it's just gonna go where my mouse cursor is. So like, Book of Knowledge, location 1, Threaded Pass.
Ooh, RCT3 Mountains.
So there's a place called Threaded Pass around here, apparently. I don't see a Threaded Pass. Like, maybe if I go a little bit more north? Map more stuff out?
So what part of the world is this supposed to be?
England.
England?
Well, or, just United Kingdom in general. I don't know if we'd be in, like, the modern version of England.
Oh,
But,
it's England.
but generally speaking, England. I don't know what the heck. What the heck is this glowy thing?
So I've seen the TV show Vikings, but I wasn't sure if that took place in England.
I might just look at another guide. Assassin's... Now that I'm close. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I almost typed Odyssey.
I'm giving you the
Kick
sniffles
of
too.
Tier, location, or the sneezes here. Here, let's look at Game 8.
The
Kick of
wrong
Tier,
one.
Book of Knowledge, location.
This one, I almost put the wrong one.
Yeah, don't pull my cable.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so this one here, map view, enlarge. So Threaded Pass is right around the Derwent River, wherever that is here. They like super zoom in. The heck? Would it be like here? Nope. I see a little bit of a zigzaggy river pattern that I'm not seeing here. So it should be in Irvikshire. I don't know where this is.